YouTube, hello Facebook, hello the world over. Hold on, let me find the filter that. Boop. 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 Door, Dawn, 8mm. 8mm, fuck it, we're going 8mm with this shit. So, I've actually got some things I really want to talk about and get off my chest and make sure I'm not. Boop. Aha. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. There we are. We're good. We're good. Alright, so I need to get some water and then we'll just dive right into this because there's... what about that? No, yep. Yep. Normal, dream, glamour. Fuck, there's nothing dreamy about this shit. Dance party? Nope, not a dance party. Normal? Fuck it. We're just going normal because I can't seem to find a filter that correctly expresses the amount of weirdness that I'm having with this right now. And, well, that's just the way it is. So, I'm gonna get some water. There we're gonna start. I got fucking filter. I got water. Alrighty. Bada. Wish there was some way I could. Hello. Alright. So, hello YouTube. Alright, I like walking around. But it's like, that's a fucking pain in my ass! Alright. And go like this. Let's go ahead. We'll go here. I can walk around just like this, and we can talk. We can talk. Alright, so hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello the world overall. My name is Gavin, otherwise known as Morgan James Does Games. Ha. And we're gonna be talking about some really kind of wonky bullshit. We're gonna be talking about the Parkland school shooting that took place at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Broward County, Florida. Can't believe I remember all that bullshit. And yeah, it's gonna get trippy. Okay. So the deets on this guy. Turn on the chat. I'm showing the chat. Alright, hello. The deets on the shooter are as such. Oh my god, Wallace, hell yeah. Hell yeah. How's it going, man? Alright, so the deets on the shooter itself, SEAL Team Steps. Hashtag SEAL Team Steps. Hey, yeah. So the details on the shooter are this. It was 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz who was expelled from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High for whatever reason. And students say that Nicholas had a really bad habit of posting disturbing crap on his Instagram, on his Facebook, on his Twitter, on his YouTube. He was just all kinds of messed up. And he was also had a history of disruptive behavior. So the school expelled him, and then he got pissed off, had a couple of rounds of ammunition on him. Actually, a couple of clips, a couple of clips of AR-15 ammunition, and just decided to go haywire. And he knew how to plan because he'd been there for everything. And he took the lives of 17 students by pulling a fire alarm 10 minutes before school was supposed to end for the day. So he just went in there, pulled the fire alarm, did his thing, and I guess he just walked out like, oh, that showed them, and then he promptly got arrested for it. It's like, really? Yeah. Wallace, you're awesome. And it's insane and it's raised a lot of questions, not about gun control, because everyone knows at this point, after 18 school shootings, after 18 school shootings, that Congress isn't going to do jack shit about gun control. I mean, it's pretty much the hot topic button right now. What are we going to do about it? There's literally just nothing going on there. It's crazy. And White House Treasurer, or Treasury, I don't remember the official title, Steve McKinnon, or McCunin, or however, he was a tuning level ninja. I don't know. He realized the severity. Yeah, that's right, Matt. Armed teachers. I was actually talking about that earlier today. Arming teachers with riot shields or something like that would definitely be a bonus. Have them have security guards and metal detectors and cameras and everything that they have at, banks. For security, they should definitely have. In schools. Is there coffee still in this? Yes, there is, and dear God, it's great. Because I've stated this multiple times in the past when it's come to these kinds of things. But children are our future, okay? You do not let an armed person, regardless of their background, regardless of their mental state, regardless if they purchased the gun legally or stole it from their grandmother's whiskey cabinet in a cabin in the woods somewhere. You do not let an armed person onto school property and lay waste to innocent lives that they were just going about their days. And on top of that, it was Valentine's Day as well, the happiest fucking day in the world. I'm actually going to turn on some music, classical, so that way I can focus my thoughts. I don't really care if this video gets monetized or not. I mean, with the way that things have been going and whatnot, it's completely screwed up. It truly, truly is. All right. Closing bell on Wall Street. Yay, me! Yay, me! So, Wallace, Dolomite? No, I don't want Dolomite. Jesus Christ. How have things been, my friend? How have they been? Classic, classical, classic, 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 classic. Classy, we need this shit to be classy. Why is it not classy? Classical, classy, classic, contemporary, turns down to the seasons, stick, smooth, jazz, jazz, blues, easy listening, live motherfucking classical. Here we go. I can actually focus. Yeah. No. It's just crazy how things are. But how do we prevent this kind of thing from happening? How do we, prevent former students that have been expelled, or just the random crazy ass person that decides to, take an assault rifle onto school property? How do we prevent that further? Because Adam Lanza, I think his name was, the dude who did the Sandy Hook shooting. Thank God he's not dead. Maybe he's dead. I don't know. The typical thing for mass shootings has been, okay, lay waste to a bunch of people, then kill oneself, and then it's a fucking tragedy. I'm not making light of that. I really am not making light of that. But the thing seems to be that there is something wrong in the psyche of our country. Not individually, just the psyche. It's like tightening a clock screw. You can only tighten it so far, and it's just like a stress level, a stress level thing. Okay, Matt Wallace says you can't really prevent it, but you can arm teachers with guns to defend themselves and kids rather than just run, hide, and die. That was exactly the point I was. Make this a safe space for whites? No. Oh, no. Yeah, racism is not the answer. It's great to be white. It's not the answer at all. But I was just saying that instead of telling people to run and hide, they should stand and fight. They should come up with you know what, I don't really have a theory on it, and that's not what I'm focused on right now. So, find a way to improve backpacks. Find a way to improve clothing. We've got, weapons, and the Department of Defense R&D section working on, ways to improve safety for our troops. Well, why not take that same protection technology and apply it to, schools or banks or places of work or places where people gather? I mean, true, you can't prevent it. You just can't prevent this kind of crazy shit from happening. But if you set up checkpoints along the way that, okay, well, this person is acting a certain way, so you can't, he's there, they need to be vetted. If they have a history of violence or a history of drug abuse or a history of instability, whether financial, marital, social, workplace, anything like that, then that kind of takes them off the list. Okay, they need to extend the wait period for getting a gun from 10 days to like 30 or maybe even 45, a month and a half. They need to do a whole bunch of different things, but at the same time, all this is getting constant cockblocked by the National Rifle Association. So the trick is, if we vote in politicians who aren't counting down to the National Rifle Association's money or blood money, then everything should just be fine. But that's not happening. what's happening is everyone in Congress, everyone in the House of Representatives, everyone in the White House is going, well, we feel for you, and our hearts and our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and their families and everything. Okay, so the National Rifle Association has a habit of generally stonewalling any attempts at gun reform legislation or gun control, stricter gun control laws or things like that, which, you know, the Fifth Amendment says we have the right to bear arms to defend ourselves. But at the same time, it's very tricky because you try to tell people what to do with their guns, and they're like, no! So, you know, it's like, what are we going to do? And now the National Rifle Association is saying that, well, guns don't kill people. Yes, they fucking do. People kill people. Well, people that bought the guns are killing people. Now, with the Parkland school shooting, you know, a person with a gun, yes, gun control, you know what? Gun control will do a lot. It's not taking away the guns, it's just, you know, preventing people that don't have guns, that are thinking of ill intentions, from getting the guns to kill people. Yes, but it will be one less way for them to kill a person. And the primary focus of this is to find a way to move forward with gun reform or stricter gun control laws, which will prevent and hopefully prevent further mass shootings. Now, true, there are ways to get guns that go around the laws, like from the black markets or garage sales or eBay or Amazon or anything like that. But at the same time, there are tons of different ways to prevent this kind of thing from happening again. I mean, if you had an armed guard at Sandy Hook Elementary when Adam Lanza decided to... Lanza? The dude with the weird, fucked up orange, the movie theater shirt. If you had an armed guard at the movie theater where the fake ass Joker with a day glow orange dyed hair decide to shoot up the theater because for one reason or another, then, you know, chances are those people would still be alive. If you had an armed guard at Sandy Hook Elementary when fuckface decided to kill, you know, 26 people, most of those being kids and a couple of those being teachers, and then himself, well, no one really gives a shit about that shooter, but, well, fuck that guy. Then those kids would still have a future today. If you had an armed guard at Columbine, then you would have prevented those two idiots from doing what they did. Because you want to know what? There needs to be some kind of forward movement to get gun control moving. Because at the moment, it's cock-blocked by, again, the National Rifle Association and the congressmen and women who are in the NRA's pockets, as well as the gun advocates lobby, those who lobby for, you know, looser gun control laws or less stricter regulations regarding the ownership and maintenance and registration of guns. Then it also, you know, people are like, well, you know what? I'm a responsible guy. I've had a gun for nearly, you know, 17 fucking years. Well, it's not the responsible gun owners that are the problem. It's the guy that's kind of fucking up. That's like going all over the place. But it all starts now. It starts with you, the individual. That's what it is. And, well, you know, the point is to prevent others from losing their lives in school shootings. That's all. And that's what we needed to talk about. So, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you like a beast in the next video. Peace.